Number 6 in our series of teaching our kids gratitude from ChristianityCove.com, cheat sheets for parents. We're talking about asking kids to show you gratitude. Often we're concerned about whether our children say thank you or not to dear old Aunt Millie for the hand-knitted socks that she sent as a Christmas present. But what about how they treat you? The old saying goes, we always hurt the ones we love. Well, some kids have great manners in public, but forget the ones they love. And really, if we're going to train our kids well to express gratitude outside the home, we need to be teaching them how to express it inside the home. So make sure this happens. Simply say, after a meal, for example, that was a tough meal to prepare. I could really appreciate some thanks when you're finished instead of just heading off. Let your hurt show as well as your appreciation after they say thanks. Now, we're not talking about guilting our kids or whining to our kids or even manipulating our kids. We're teaching our kids to be thankful, not because we need it, but because they need to give it. Your kids don't only owe it to you to say thanks after a great meal, or after you've given them a special treat, or you've gone on an extra excursion, or you've helped them with their homework. You owe it to them to foster gratitude in your home. If they're allowed to get off without saying thank you to parents, then they might think it's okay later to go without thanking their teachers or thanking their boss or thanking their spouse when they get married or thanking their kids. So it's not just about now, but with a lot of training that we're doing with our kids in different areas, it's also about helping them to become the adults they will later be. Those pieces of the foundation are being laid now. And you know, one of the greatest attitudes that we can teach our kids is the attitude of gratitude. It brings peace. It brings contentment. It brings harmony in our relationships. And you can imagine that the opposite brings just the opposite in our relationships. So attitudes, not of gratitude, but of complaining or of criticizing. These are the kind of attitudes that lead to actions that destroy relationships, that put other people down, that break and hinder and hurt our relationships with other authority figures, with friends, with people that we end up considering our significant others. And so helping our kids learn to be grateful. And yes, it starts with just getting them to say it, even if they don't really mean it. But eventually, we've seen this with our own kids, they become people of incredible appreciation, never need to be told, never need to be asked, and they mean it. So, number 6 is ask your kids to show you gratitude in the home.